The Westgate Tunnel project will create a direct freeway connection to the Port of Melbourne. Along with the upgraded Westgate Freeway, the tunnel will make it faster and easier for trucks travelling to and from the port and create more livable local streets. With the freight industry growing, it's not beneficial for industry or the community for trucks to continue using smaller local roads that go through residential areas. Peter Anderson is the CEO of Victoria Transport Association and provides his insight.
Supply chain and the movement of goods through our community ensure that we maintain the standard of living that we all enjoy. We've been able to connect those industrial areas of Western Melbourne towards the wharf in a regular way for over 80 years. But unfortunately, we have over 10,000 truck movements a day travelling through the inner west. The freight task will double by 2050. The problems we've been incurring have impacted directly on community amenity.
Con Frescos has been a resident of Yarraville in Melbourne's inner west for 50 years and has seen how much this issue has grown.
The congestion of the trucks in this area clearly increased over the years. When I wake up in the morning from 5 o'clock, you can just clearly hear the hum of the road noise from the trucks. So we've got a lot of trucks with containers who use the port, so they come off the freeways, go straight to the ports. And the streets are pretty small themselves. They're not really big highway type of roads. What I used to commute, it only take me 15 minutes to get to work. At the moment, it's taking me over half an hour to 45 minutes. So that congestion of being caught up and the stress of being caught up in traffic, it's annoying.
The completion of the Westgate Tunnel project will mean enhanced supply chains, improving livability and traffic conditions for locals. Paul is a traffic engineer on the Westgate Tunnel project and talks about the new connections it will provide.
So the Westgate Freeway currently provides a very important movement of freight every day, but it is reaching its capacity and we need to provide alternatives. That's what the Westgate Tunnel project does. So the tunnel itself obviously provides that additional capacity to move traffic between the west of Melbourne and through to the southeast predominantly. The port itself gets its own dedicated ramps. The Port of Melbourne needs to maintain and improve its competitiveness against other ports in Australia. Direct connections into the Port of Melbourne via Mackenzie Road and Appleton Dock Road provide this opportunity and ensure that we have a more efficient and effective movement of freight through Melbourne.
Another solution for trucks is the Hyde Street ramps connection. Senior engineer Raid Abdul takes us through what this involves.
One of the key purposes of the High Street ramps is to give trucks a direct link to local industries, whether it's the ports or the fuel depots. The ramps provide an alternative route for trucks that are unable to enter the tunnel due to carrying restricted loads or height restrictions. So heading towards the city, if you're on the M80 and you want to head towards Hyde Street, you'll need to make a decision as you're approaching the interchange. You'll need to veer to the left and jump onto a dedicated roadway that will connect you to Hyde Street. So if you head on the Westgate Freeway outbound, you'll jump on from the Simcoe Douglas Parade intersection in the Yarraville and Spotswood area and travel along the ramp. It goes over the Williamstown Road exit ramp to connect with the Westgate Freeway heading towards the M80 interchange or the Princess Freeway.
Once these solutions are active, truck bans will be put on some local streets.
The redistribution of trucks off those local streets is to increase livability in the inner west. The 24/7 truck bans will increase the safety to these residential communities, reduce noise and vibration, and also dramatically cut the level of pollution. So streets such as Francis Street, Somerville Road, Buckley Street, Moore Street, Hudson's Road can all benefit.
Other improvements as part of the project include a non-residential route to the port for overheight and placard loads, a wider freeway with 3 express lanes from the M80 to the Westgate Bridge for quicker, safer trips, strengthened bridges along the freeway for high productivity freight vehicles. And with this essential west to port connection, freight industry drivers will bypass up to 17 sets of traffic lights by using the new ramps at Mackenzie Road, Appleton Dock Road and Hyde Street.
The benefits of this project will be felt by all 165,000 professional truck drivers in Victoria. This project will enable them to be able to plan and deliver their goods far more efficiently and productively and safely than what they have before.
Removing the congestion and noise would be very beneficial to Yarraville. People will feel a lot better coming out and walking around the streets rather than avoiding the trucks. So excited by the whole thing.